Gauteng High Court on Tuesday to nullify the province's list conference. Now, the group claims that the list conference that took place in December last year was unlawful and unconstitutional. And joining us now to give us some insights onto this development, we're now joined in our Durban studio by political analyst Xolani Dube. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Xolani. So, with 15 days to go before the elections, this development can't help the ANC as a party. What is your initial take when you heard that this was playing out?
I think what is happening in relation to the grievances from those who come from the Free State is not them alone. Remember also that in Northwest there is kind of pocket of ANC members who were not happy with the list, and also in other areas. But the ANC made it clear recently that they are not going to entertain any complaints as they are right now preparing for the election, but they will go and entertain the grievances post the election. And it's not only them, also the 101 stalwarts, they are complaining about the makeup of this list, as well as the integrity committee. They've made kind of a statement on certain individuals who are not supposed to be in this list. And so it can be viewed in isolation, the issue of Free State. Yes, the Free State as a constitutional structure of the ANC, and some of the members are bona fide members who felt that they were hardly done by the ANC in that province. They went into court. And so I don't think that the ANC currently will take it kindly to what they are trying to do in terms of disrupting this election euphoria and also the election mood as ANC is trying to win these coming elections.
All right, and I wonder if this speaks very much to the infighting within the party, the factions that have developed over time. The ones in the Free State are saying that those that were opposed to Magashule, were not on the list, some of them were taken off the list and then put back, but put back at the bottom of the list. Does this suggest that there could be some kind of I don't want to use the word manipulation, but massaging of the list so that those of one faction appear at the top?
Look, I think what Peter, you are running away from is the reality. There are lots of outcries out there. People are saying the list has been manipulated to fit or to suit certain members of the NEC. I think one can, to a certain extent, conclude that the list comes also as a compromise that is going to serve the interest of the top officials of the ANC collectively as well as of the NEC, because there are people who are in that list and who some of them are not even known in the branches. If I can give you an example, we have a former president of the ANC Youth League by name of Lulu Johnson, who is a chairperson for Portfolio Committee on Water and Sanitation. And the man is not in the ANC list. He's number 800 and something. And it definitely is not going to go to the parliament. And then that person is popular compared to other people who are currently at the top of the list. And so one can say the list to a certain extent has been manipulated in order to suit or maybe to bring what Cyril has been trying to forge, the unity in the ANC. But I can assure you, Peter, the unity is hanging or is swinging on a cotton thread that is threaded and is going to fall, this unity, post this election. And maybe some of the people who have already budgeted to be in parliament for the next 5 years, they might not see the light of the day in that particular institution.
So what might be the consequences, of this political action and this continuing infighting and the outcome of the Gauteng High Court? One side is not going to be happy. What does this translate to, if anything, in 15 days' time when people who go to the polls and they have to look at the political parties on their ballot box?
Look, those who comes from the Free State and the others who are complaining about the list, I don't think that they are that significant. They are not going to stop the ANC. And bear in mind, Peter, that also is about their livelihood. And when the train is leaving them, it moves from the station, it means that they are not going to be catered, or they are not going to draw salary for the next 5 years. And that, Peter, I can assure you, is going to snowball, and this big snowball that is going to happen is going to start to crack, or is going to fall in the NEC, NGC next year. And so I think all what is happening today or toward this election, or even post this election, is going to play ugly in the General Council of the ANC next year, 2020. And so I think Cyril, as well as the top ANC officials, they have to navigate carefully on the grievances of these people before the NGC, because the NGC, I can assure you, is going to be like a volcano. It's going to erupt like a volcano. And if the ANC is not dealing with these grievances currently, and so unfortunately, those who are in Free State, whether they have correct or valid reasons for their grievances, I don't think that currently they will have any tangible result. But if you remember that Peggy Cele made it clear that the members of the ANC must take the ANC into court until the ANC is doing the right thing. And so they are not doing anything wrong, and they are doing something that is correct because they want to correct the ANC if they take the words of Peggy Cele, as well as Senzo Mchunu. Remember that here in KZN, Senzo Mchunu and his group, they were always in court trying to correct the mistakes of the ANC. And so those in Free State as well, they are trying to correct the mistakes of the ANC. But is the issue of time that is not going to happen now, because as you have said, it's 15 days towards the election. And so unfortunately, they have to accept that whatever that they have, or the grievances, might be entertained post-elections. And even post-elections, I can assure you, people will be sworn into parliament and to other positions, and then surely their grievances must be taken, they must process it to the NGC.
All right, we've run out of time, but very briefly, if you can answer this question. Which one of his jobs is tougher, president of the party or president of the country for Cyril Ramaphosa?
I think Cyril has decided that, look, currently the time and space is for him to be the president of the ANC, but deep down, he is not really interested being the president of the ANC. He is more concerned with the position of being the president of the country. And then definitely will let the ANC be determined by the fate, not by him. Him for the election is go back to the Union building and he work as the president of the country, because he's got so much at stake to lose as the president of the country rather than that of the ANC.
All right, so thank you very much indeed, Xolani, for your insights this day. Thanks so much indeed for your time.
Thanks a lot. It has honest to be.
Okay, so that's where we'll leave it there.